Hello, I'm Bridget and welcome to Pregnancy Yoga Flow. This sequence is designed for those of you 34 weeks and onwards to help you really focus on the birth of your baby. Erica will be showing you some movements that will help you get the baby into a good position for birth, and some movements and positions that you may find useful during labour. It's a good idea to sit on blocks or cushions so that your knees are not higher than your hips. This helps the pelvis to tilt forwards, which gives the baby more room to move down when it's ready. And sitting with your spine straight, so the baby's less likely to slip into a back-to-back position with its spine against yours. And then gently stroke your baby, allowing the muscles to relax. Then rest both hands on your baby and take a few deep breaths through your nose. Feel as though you're feeding your breath to your baby. Then as you inhale, take your arms out to the side and reach up. As you exhale, hands come down the center, chanting. Rub your belly, then down your inner thighs to help the thigh muscles and pelvic floor relax. Inhale, reaching up, and exhale, chanting Om. Inhale, and exhale. This chant is a wonderful way to help you extend your exhale. Your breath is directly linked to your emotions, and it's the most effective way of empowering you in childbirth. During labour, if you keep your exhale long and steady, this will keep your mind anchored and enable you to access inner resources of strength and calmness. And then let your hands rest down. Now pelvic floor with birthing breath, breathing in through your nose and breathing out through very softly pursed lips. Keep your expression as relaxed as you can. Inhale through your nose, this time squeezing the muscles that stop you from doing a wee and passing wind, and as you exhale through the mouth, allowing the pelvic floor to relax, to drop and to spread. Inhale, squeeze, and exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze, and exhale, release. From 30 weeks onwards, it's very important to make sure that you work as much on the release part of the pelvic floor work as you do on the squeeze, as this helps your body get ready to yield to your baby. Aim for about 8 to 10 squeezes, 3 times a day, and vary between doing them quickly and slowly. Try a variety of different positions. If you're 38 weeks or more and your baby is head down, then as you breathe out, feel a gentle pressure down onto your baby's bottom as you finish your exhale, visualizing your baby moving down into the pelvis. Now to release the neck. Keeping the spine straight and the breastbone lifted, let the head roll from shoulder to shoulder, allowing the muscles in the back and the sides of the neck to relax. Listen to your breath as you move. And then lean your head over to your right shoulder, taking hold with your right hand and lifting your left ear up. Dropping your left shoulder down and breathe. And then bring the head back to the center and take the other side. Then back to the middle. Placing your hands behind your head and rest your chin towards your chest, rubbing the back of your skull. Digging your thumbs into the ridge at the base of the skull and massaging away any tightness or tension. Then keep hold of the back of your head and lift up your chin to create some space under the base of the skull. Exhale, chin to chest, rubbing the back of your head and neck. Avoid pressing the bones in the spine. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, down. This work will help to keep the base of the skull loose, which will aid the functioning of the pituitary gland in the brain. This gland produces the birth hormone oxytocin, which facilitates labour. And then head back to the centre and drop your hands. Moving into the all fours position. Hands underneath shoulders and knees apart. If your wrists are painful, then place your forearms down on the floor like a sphinx. Tailbone is slightly tucked under, so the lower back is not dipped. And then start to roll the hips in a circular movement going in one direction. This movement can start off quite small and gradually build up. Allow yourself to relax into this fluid motion and move freely. And then the other direction. From 34 weeks, it's beneficial to spend time every day on all fours, taking a variety of different movements, as this encourages the baby's spine forwards into your belly, which is the easiest position for the baby to be born from. You may also find this is a good labouring position. And then come back to the centre. If you have pelvic or back pain, you're going to continue with pelvic circles and now make them tiny and slow to help strengthen the muscles deep in the pelvis that help to support the softening ligaments. But if you want to go for the full stretch, then rest forwards on the seat of a chair or a birthing ball with your right leg forwards and lunge. Then lunge forwards and backwards, making sure that your front knee is lined up with the centre of your front foot. If there's any feeling of discomfort in the front of the pelvis, then stop and do the modification instead. This is another movement that you might find helpful during labour. It creates space in the pelvis, which can help the baby find its way down and out. Then changing sides. Listen to your breath as you move. This helps to keep the mind quiet. Relax your jaw, your mouth, and your eyes. And now carefully coming up to standing. From all fours, walk your hands back towards your knees, squeeze your pelvic floor, Lift your knees off the floor at the same time and roll up to standing. And then come into mountain pose, or Tadasana. Stretch out your toes, making sure you're rooting down through the balls of your feet and the heels. Lift up the arches of the feet and feel that lift moving up through the whole of the body. Hold the baby in towards the spine. Drop your tail and lift through the crown of your head. Relax your shoulders. Now let's use a hand gesture or mudra to help release the cervix and pelvic floor and get the mind ready for letting go into labour. Squeeze the hands into a fist and squeeze the pelvic floor at the same time. As you breathe out through your mouth, bending your knees and create a big funnel shape with your hands. Squeezing as you inhale and releasing as you bend your knees. Squeeze and release. Squeezing and exhaling, lots of space for the baby. Inhale, squeeze and release. Squeeze and drop into your feet as you exhale. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. You will need a chair for the next pose. Resting your forearms on the back of the chair with one foot forwards and angled slightly out to the side. However, if you have pelvic pain, then keep your feet parallel. Then start to roll your hips around, creating circles. Knees stay bent. Being upright during labour means that gravity can help with the work that your body's doing. And in the other direction. This forward bend creates a comfortable space for you to rest in. It also takes the pressure off the spinal nerves that feed into the uterus, which can make labour more comfortable. And then bring the other leg in front. It's nice to have the eyes covered or closed so that you can focus inwards. When you're in labour, darkness, warmth, and the feeling of safety and privacy will all help your brain to release the birth hormone oxytocin, which will keep labour effective. And then change direction. Now for a strong practice to help you build stamina, but if you are feeling tired, then you can take this sitting on the chair. Erica's going to do a few on the chair and then she'll show you the standing version. Inhale, take the arms out to the side and up. Palms together and the hands come down through the center. Hold as you inhale. And then reach forwards as you exhale, opening up the hips. Inhale, reaching out and up. And exhale, hands come down through the center. Hold as you inhale. And stretch forwards as you exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hold as you inhale. And then exhale. If you're feeling a bit stronger, you may like to stand up and do this. Exhaling, bend your knees. Hold as you inhale. Exhale, reach forward, sticking your bottom out. Inhale, straighten the legs as you reach up. Exhale to horse pose. Inhale, hold. Exhale, dive forwards. And inhale up. This time we're going to stay in the squatting position, switching to the birthing breath again. inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth with very softly pursed lips, encouraging a long stream of breath. As the breath leaves you, it takes with it any discomfort, any agitation, any annoyance. Breathe in courage and determination. Trust that your breath can give you strength. Relax your face and your shoulders. Be soft. Relax your mind. Now rest forwards with your elbows on your knees, or you may like to sit back on the chair. Fingers interlaced, first fingers and thumbs touching. This hand gesture is called Yoni Mudra. Yoni means womb or source. This mudra makes the body and mind more stable and helps you to develop greater concentration and internal physical relaxation. Watch as your breath begins to settle down. See where in your body you can let go. Don't hold on to anything that's just happened. Be here in this moment, a moment of rest. For the next movement, you can use a birthing ball if you have one. If not, stay seated on the chair. Erica's going to do some full pelvic rolls. Rolling around in one direction. If you have lower backache, these rolling movements can be very beneficial. Sitting on a birthing ball not only helps to relax the pelvis and the lower back, but it also helps to strengthen them. In the last few weeks of pregnancy, these movements can really help the baby to nestle down into the pelvis. And then move in the other direction. If you have a ball, spend as much time as you can on it. You can use it instead of a chair at home or at work. Now resting forwards using the ball, the chair seat or a pile of cushions as support. You may find this a useful position to adopt in between the labour rushes. This is a time when you can simply rest and restore your energy. Practice letting go of areas that don't need to be tense. Face, shoulders, belly, buttocks. During the birth of your baby, this skill will be a wonderful aid to you, allowing you to soften your body as the baby descends through the pelvis. And then into a seated position, perhaps sitting on a block or a cushion. Crossing the legs with the feet tucked under the knees, unless you have pelvic pain, in which case miss this pose out and come straight into the relaxation. Otherwise, gently leaning forwards, making sure that your baby has plenty of room. In the last few weeks of pregnancy, the pelvis needs to be able to shift position so that the left side of the hip can tilt slightly backwards, making space for the baby's head. This pose helps to free up any restriction in the pelvis, so it's free to move. And then coming back up again. And bring the other leg in front. As you exhale, tipping forwards. Send your breath into the back of your pelvis, bringing a sense of openness and energy. Soften your whole body as you exhale. See if you can relax into any feelings of intensity. And then come back up to sitting. Now a breath practice called horse lips. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through softly closed lips, juddering the mouth like a frisky horse. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. This breath is extremely useful in labour because of the connection between the mouth, the throat and the cervix. If the mouth is relaxed, the cervix will also be relaxed. It can also help to lighten the mood as it relaxes your face. Then a few moments of quiet birthing breath. Shutting your eyes. Long breath in and a very long breath out through softly pursed lips. Letting the exhale take with it anything that is not useful. Breathing in energy and focus. Breathing out as you let go. Relaxation. It's important to rest in these last few weeks when you can. This can of course be difficult if you already have children or if you're still working. But if you can manage just 5 minutes, it can be a huge tonic. Learning to relax quickly can be a very useful skill for you once you have your baby, as you may need to rest when they're quiet. Lie on your left side to help the baby into its best position before birth, with its spine in your belly and slightly on the left side. Support your top leg and your arm on cushions so that your spine is straight and circulation to the baby is optimized. Soften your expression and soften your whole body. If your baby is in the head down position, then you may like to invite the breath to come in through your navel, connecting to and feeding your baby. And as you breathe out, send the breath downwards through the birth canal. Inhale through your navel and out through the birth canal, creating a circle of energy that gently invites the baby downwards. Inhale navel, exhale through the birth canal. If you're 38 weeks or more, then you can take this a stage further, and as you exhale downwards, visualize the neck of the womb, the cervix, softening and widening, like a flower opening in readiness. Each exhale, softening further. Becoming ripe and ready. You can stay here as long as you wish. And when it's time to move, come up very gently.